This time on Road and Race, it's all about the first round of repairs on my cheap BMW 5 Series. I check out the engine thermostat, change the coolant, and clean the filthy EGR valve. In the previous episode, I brought a cheap second-hand BMW 5 Series and went through what was good and what was bad about it. In this episode, I want to sort out anything that can make the car unreliable or not make it run as economically as it should. A common fault on this car is to have the engine thermostat fail. When this happens, the engine doesn't get up to temperature, so it can burn more fuel to compensate. Usually the temperature gauge will give you the first clue to this, but BMW have replaced it with this fuel economy gauge, so that's no help. There is, however, a hidden menu you can access that will show you your temperature. You have to hold down the trip computer, add up the last 7 digits of your VIN, enter that, go through the menu. Basically, it's a nightmare and it resets every time you turn the engine off. I already own a Carly adapter which will show me the engine temperature, so I'm just going to use that. I've driven the car for about an hour, so the engine should easily be up to temperature by now. The coolant thermostat operates at 88 degrees centigrade, so I'll be looking for an engine temperature of at least that. As you can see here, we've an engine temp of just 78 degrees, so it looks like the thermostats need replacing. There are 2 thermostats for the M57 engine in this car, one for the engine and one for the EGR. The EGR takes exhaust gases and puts them back into the engine. As these gases are dirty, the valve tends to get clogged up with a thick black goo, so now's a good time to give it all a clean. Whilst we're doing all this, we'll have easy access to change the water pump. As this car's done over 125,000 miles and there's no service history to say if this has ever been changed, it's a good idea to do this now. Unfortunately, my delivery hasn't turned up today, so because this is the only day I have to do this work, I'm going to crack on and do what I can, then I'll have to come back and change the water pump at another time. So we need to drain the coolant. I'll use this pump to drain it out of the reservoir, then release the drain plug from underneath the car. Here's the EGR thermostat we want to remove. The other thermostat we're changing is underneath, just outside. And this is the EGR valve we're going to clean. Whilst I'm here, I'll just get rid of all these leaves off the radiator. The radiator fan needs to come out for better access. And the EGR valve is now finally free. Here you can see how all the exhaust gases have clogged up and kind of all gunked together, and it looks horrible, doesn't it? Here's the butterfly valve, and we'll just give that a quick clean as well. We'll be taking the inlet manifold off later on when we change the glow plugs, but here you can just see how that has also got all that gunk all collected in it, so that will need cleaning at some stage too. This bolt here clearly gets very hot, It's also started to corrode, so I'll just take a precaution, spray some penetrating spray. And as you can see, it was very stiff to get off. I had to use a breaker bar. But here, finally, the thermostat has been removed. As we've got easy access to the belts, it's worth checking them now. They generally look okay. I will be replacing them anyway when I replace the coolant pump, but for the time being, I'm not too worried. Here's the old thermostat on the left and the new one we're going to put on the car on the right. So let's quickly swap out the old EGR thermostat. Right, now a job I've actually been looking forward to, cleaning the EGR valve. I started with a lot of degreaser and a little plastic scraper and just a lot of elbow grease really. It took me for about 20 minutes to do this, just scraping off all the gunk. And as you can see, it looks much better after a clean. Here's a quick before and after. So putting it back all together is just the opposite of taking it apart. I just need to put more coolant back in and bleed the system, then go for a test drive. Just back from another hour-long drive and it's time to check the temperatures. I'm pleased to say that the engine is now a much healthier 88 degrees centigrade. Next time on Road and Race, I tackle all the essential servicing and maintenance items on the 5 Series, including sorting out the clogged up DPF.